Madam Speaker, the NRM government may have disintegrated. But when you have senior ministers present, the one of health, public service, works, and others, and then you have a junior minister standing to say now is the boss of everybody, answering on behalf of government. Yes, the government may have disintegrated, because I have seen ministers in Masaka campaigning for Pirao, yet they are ministers of a sitting government. So the procedure issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, is whether you have been notified that the NRM government has completely disintegrated and anyone can be lead of government business, even when the cabinet ministers, if you read the constitution, it makes a distinction between the cabinet ministers and ministers of state. It's not a show, it's not a ceremony. So, Madam Speaker, have you been notified that the government has disintegrated? Anyone can be lead of government business and answering on behalf of government?
I have not been notified that is disintegrated, that government is disintegrated, but I've been notified that Honorable Musasisi is the acting leader of government business. And the fact that I'd already gotten a letter from the Prime Minister that most of the ministers were going to be out of station. They were going for registration. I think that's why they gave him. He can give us the answer if it really helps the community, really.
Madam Speaker, we undertake that the Minister of Education will come at the next sitting of this House and give the status.
But before we come with a statement, can we have an action taken on ground? Because you see, these teachers are disgruntled, they don't want now to go to school. Because after marking, maybe all of them have failed. Maybe all of them have failed. So what is the way forward? Is it a policy? Is it a policy that has just come? Yes, Haj. Honorable members. Okay.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I first of all want to thank the Minister for always laboring to explain on behalf of the State Minister, to explain on behalf of the Minister for Education. Right, Honorable Speaker, I remember one time when we asked about the presence of the Minister of Education, you said that you had granted permission for her to attend Parliament on Zoom. But the fact that we have several challenges in the Ministry of Education, don't you think, Right Honorable Speaker, it is procedurally well for you to rescind that decision and require the Minister for Education, full Minister, to attend plenary such that we can attend to these issues? And mostly, the most important issue on the floor, don't you think, Right Honorable Speaker, it's procedurally well that this is attended to by the very Minister? Because we are missing attendance in this House, and I think that is the very reason as to why this ministry is performing very poorly.
Honorable Namoga, I'm not sure whether the minister is performing poorly, and if it is doing so, it's a collective responsibility. It's not for one person. So the person who has just spoken, Dr. Muyingo, I am just reminding you he's a doctor. Dr. Muyingo is a very experienced person. And he's an educationist with so many schools, and he knows more about education. Unless if you just want to have the First Lady, it doesn't cost much, but she's even on Zoom. You can come and see. Come. She's on Zoom now. LOP. Honorable members, as I told you, this is more of a special sitting to receive the ministerial statements. So let's reduce our...
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in your communication, you did pass on a communication to NRM members of Parliament to go and handle their registration. I just want to also inform the House.
I informed all members from different political parties.
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker. I just wanted to appreciate you for that and to emphasize that even ourselves in the opposition, we are carrying out different mobilization activities. So it's just a good thing to take note. Right, Honorable Speaker, I do seek your indulgence and guidance for that matter. The vision of this Parliament, our vision is a transformed, independent, and people-centered Parliament. That's our vision as Parliament. Our mission is to achieve improved accountability, representation, democracy, and good governance for better quality of life of all you. Honorable Speaker, I had made mention of our vision, which is a transformed, independent, and people-centered Parliament. Our vision, which is to achieve improved accountability, representation, democracy, and good governance for better quality of life of all Ugandans. That's our vision, that's our mission as a Parliament, Right Honorable Speaker. And I want to appreciate you because many times you have emphasized that we are a people-centered Parliament. Whatever we do is about the people and should be about the people. Honorable Speaker, in the last about 3 weeks, the people of Uganda have been raising several questions about this people-centered Parliament. Questions about how we use or even misuse the people's taxpayer money. Questions to do with accountability by this House. Questions to do with recruitment, etc., etc. And the people have been raising these issues on various fora. There has been deafening silence from this institution, Right Honorable Speaker, regarding the issues which are raised by the people. And like we are saying, we are a people-centered Parliament. I've seen the spokesperson of Parliament a few times on some radio stations and TV stations, confirming some, saying some are partially correct, some saying some of these allegations are exaggerated. But Honorable Speaker, to date, this institution, which is a people-centered Parliament, has not come out comprehensively, unequivocally, to explain itself to the people, for which we are a people-centered Parliament, to account to the people of Uganda.
There's a procedure matter.
Is right to depend on media reports because the LOP was raising issues which are on media. I thought we have been operating on issues which are officially brought to this House. Therefore, I'm seeking your guidance, whether we are going to proceed handling matters on the floor of Parliament based on media reports, not issues official brought to the House. Thank you.
Honorable members, Ssekikubo, cool down. Cool down. Honorable members, there is a procedure matter. There was an issue from LOP. And LOP is talking about what was on social media. The first time, the first time, there was an issue which was brought by Honorable Dur, and I asked Honorable Dur to write to me. I'm still waiting for the letter, and I will respond on what is being raised. 2, we are debating in that we want to debate in anticipation. Matters of the media are not, we agreed as this House that we should have evidence-based debates. And that's what we are saying. Bring evidence, lay on table, and after you've laid any evidence on table, then we debate on it. That's number 2. Number three, and I need authenticated. Number 3, the leader of opposition, Right Honorable Joel Ssenyonyi, wrote a letter to me on the same issues and asked that we should discuss the issues in the commission. I replied, we will have the commission meeting and we'll discuss those things and come with a solution and report back on the findings from the commission. We are going to have a commission meeting. Can we have the next item? If you have anything else, just a minute. Say first sit. If we have anything else, let's first lay the ministerial statements, because I want to give members time to speak. After the ministerial statements, these people are supposed to be away. Let me receive the ministerial statement. Sechi, I thought you would be sitting. LOP, with due respect, I am going to give you time to raise all what you want to raise. To add all what you've already said, I will give you time. I will give you time immediately I get, because these people are supposed to go. And first of all, I want to thank you for one thing. I want to thank, first of all, LOP for one thing. As I speak, Lubowa has started work. They have started construction. They have started. Now that one I can talk with authority. And that is courtesy of leader of opposition. I am going to give you to speak. Let me have the ministerial statement, then we have this. Yes.
Madam Speaker, I want to appreciate your ruling. Like I was saying, I was just finishing the procedural matter, and then, Madam Speaker, you ruled halfway through. Colleagues, a few minutes ago, we were discussing a matter of the Nakaseke chairman issuing an exam. It's a media report. So it is okay for this House to discuss media-related issues that are people-centered. Honorable Speaker, you have guided...
Honorable, it is not a media report. It is reported by the Member of Parliament of Nakaseke. And he was there. He came and told me he had interaction with the LOC 5. Isn't that true? Go on record.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for another opportunity. Yeah, reported what is on ground as area member of parliament, and I've been interacting even different teachers that they are being disrespected what is going on, and that's why I requested the minister to come in so that can clarify on this. But I was in the constituency so that I got the information and we discussed this matter.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And yes, of course, as leaders, we do interact with several people. The leader of the opposition does the same about several matters, including this one. Right Honorable Speaker, you have guided that and informed the House that I did write to you regarding a commission meeting. You wrote back to me, Right Honorable Speaker, and said that the earliest a commission meeting can sit is after 30th June. That's the letter you wrote back to me, Right Honorable Speaker. 30th June is over 6 months away from today, and these issues continue to pile up. And that's why I was saying, as a people-centered parliament, it's important Because the commission, I'm told, last started in August of last year. So that would actually have been about a year. That's why I was saying that as a people-centered parliament, is it not prudent
Honorable members,
that we respond to these issues,
listen,
right, Honorable Speaker?
First listen. The commission sat, and these are things that are not supposed to be discussed in this house. The commission sat because you members were complaining of your fuel. And that is the commission which is sat to make sure that there was an approval of the fuel for members at the expense of taxpayers. At the expense of taxpayers. Yes, procedure. There's a procedure matter.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, pursuant to Rule 87, Sub-Rule 2, of our Rules of Procedure, members have been heard, and you've taken a decision, and that we shall proceed with the matters of the House and have substantive contributions, whether matters of national importance, etc., that we also have as members later on, and that's why we are here. Right Honourable Speaker, our rules clearly state that the decision of the Speaker or chairperson on any point shall not be open to appeal and shall not be reviewed by the House, except upon substantive motion. And you've ruled. Your ruling, unless through a motion, and it's true, she has ruled on the matter of procedure that was raised by a member and clearly stated that let's proceed with the laying of the documents. Then we can move. No, the issue of the
Honorable Ssekikubo.
And your ruling cannot be reviewed by this
Honorable
House. It can only be reviewed by a motion.
Honorable Ssekikubo. I have not given you the mic.
Further procedure.
I have not given you the mic.
Further procedure. Retro.
Honorable Ssekikubo, I want to refer you to Rule 89. I don't think you should test somebody's patience for too long. Listen, just a minute. There is a procedure matter.
Further procedure.
There is a procedure matter. Sarah.
To have audience.
What's wrong with you?
I deserve.
Right Honourable.
Stand.
Right Honourable Speaker.
I was the first.
Yes, Sarah.
Stand, Right Honourable Speaker.
Sarah. You sit, you'll speak after Sarah.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I rise on a procedure issue. We all have issues that we want to raise, Right Honourable Speaker, regarding the Commission and the Commissioners specifically. There are issues, for example, on the pay of the Commissioners. Forget about the service award. Because what is also coming up is that other than the allowance that this Parliament gave the Commissioners, there is payment for servants.
I thought that is what is going to be discussed.
So, Right Honourable Speaker, 4.8 million, 12 million for fuel. Right Honourable Speaker, the procedure issue that I'm raising is whether we should not go ahead to lay the papers and then have time to discuss what we want to discuss.
Yes, that's what
so
I'm
Right
saying.
Honourable Speaker, is it not procedure right that you call on the ministerial policy statements to be laid,
Let's lay
and
the
then we
papers.
discuss the other matters after? Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Next item. Ssekikubo, you talk whatever you want to talk. Talk. I'm saying you speak.
Speak. Right Honourable Speaker.
You speak.
Right Honourable Speaker. I'm not a member of the Parliamentary Commission. where you are insinuating that you can have matters of such public importance debated in there. Right Honorable Speaker and members, where I stand as MP, this House has been engulfed in totally unprecedented abuse. Right Honorable Speaker, you say we debate other things, we lay the papers, when the credibility of this House is under challenge. Right Honorable Speaker, we are having a big problem.
He's on
We cannot sit here as if nothing wrong has happened. I was amazed that in your communication you did not make a mention of the grave allegations against the institution of Parliament where I belong as a member. I'm here as a member of Parliament, and once this House is tarnished the way it is, I can't sit comfortably there. And we say we move on to other items. Can we have a clarification about the allegations in the media so that we take a corrective position, so that we clean ourselves first? We are here to perform Article 79 of the Constitution, the oversight function. We are taking oversight role on other institutions and arms of government. But when it comes to us, we want to hide it under carpet. And it is a shame to this House if we proceed when such allegations are on our head and we continue as if it is business as normal, as usual. Okay. I therefore beseech you, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg your indulgence under Rule 59K and even OM, so that you allow these matters. You'd even have issued a statement. If you had issued a statement at that point, we would say yes. But to proceed as if nothing has happened, we go to the next item. And yet, the only issue I have on my life is a member of this House. And once this House is on fire, I cannot sit down there. We need answers. What happened? Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members.
What happened?
Sit and I give you an answer.
What happened?
Sit, I give you an answer. Sit and I give you an answer. Honorable members, I will never, and I'm saying, never give you an answer on hearsay, on rumor mongering. And we are not going to run this House on rumor mongering. I just saw yesterday where they said Honorable Okini Pipi was dealing on cocaine. Okini Pipi is here. Which cocaine is the guy dealing on? Me to answer you on hearsay, on things that you have cooked on the social media, because I have said no to bum shafting, I will not. Next item.
Item 3, laying of papers. 3A, ministerial policy statements and budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025.
Honorable members, Section 12 of the Public Finance Management Act 2015 mandates Parliament to analyze government policies that affect the economy and recommendation of alternative policies. Section 13 of the Public Finance Management Act requires relevant ministers and their ministerial policy statements by 15th day of March. Honorable Minister, you listen. Today being the deadline, I will require the ministerial policy statements to be tabled for onward transmission to the relevant sectoral committees. As sectoral committees embark on consideration of ministerial statements, I urge them to evaluate the compliance of policy statements under Section 1315 of the Public Finance Management Act. Section 20 of 2015, which prescribes the nature of information and documents to accompany the policy statements. In addition, the opposition is required under Rule 147 of the Rules of Procedure to submit an alternative policy proposals by 29th of March 2024 for onward transmission of sectoral committees. However, I am reliably informed that the shadow cabinet Minister of Finance has actually has his report ready and will also lay it on table today. He has the report ready. He's a very effective person, so he's going to lay it on table. And that is with the consultation with his leader of opposition. I will grant the shadow minister permission. Let me finish. I will grant the shadow minister, if that is okay with the leader of opposition and the House, for him to lay it on the table. And I will also expect all the other ministerial statements to be presented to the Budget Committee and be brought back to the House. The Budget Committee will report back to the House. I now invite the Minister of Foreign Affairs to lay the ministerial policy statement.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. As you did stipulate in your communication that we shall lay by 20th.
By 25th.
By 25th. Actually, you mentioned 29th, Right Honourable Speaker, but by 25th. We have worked round the clock. We are ready in many respects. We are going to cross every T and dot every I. And by the time prescribed within the law, we shall be ready. So we thought we'll not pick that up right now. But as you had guided, Right Honourable Speaker, that after laying of the ministerial policy statements, we then get to discuss issues of accountability by this House. So that's why we thought we'll deal with the other issue within the laws so that we proceed as you had guided, Right Honourable Speaker. Thank you.
Can we first have the...
Ensonga evudde mu wiiki eziyise 2-3 ng'ekifaananyi kya Parliament kiwumugguddwa nnyo. Parliament ebijoogeddwako nti efuuse empuku y'abakenuzi, ekittavu kya gavumenti ffe tuzitwala kati, ate nga Parliament ye kalabalaba w'eggwanga, ye kalabalaba wa judiciary, ye kalabalaba wa executive, ye ba calling at order, ye bagamba nti ensimbi z'omusolo muzibbye. Naye ate kati bw'olaba nga enno ate zisongeddwa mu Parliament, kino kyennyamiza. Kati okulwana okusituka okwo kwe kuba nti Parliament ate yennyini bw'ebanga eyagala scrutiny kuba ttooki mu balala bonna, ate yo egaanye okwekuba mu ttooki, awo kyeraliikiriza. Ekyebuuzibwa nti abange bw'oba omanyi nti nno oli muyonjo otidde ki? Kati ate ekitujja enviiri ku mutwe kwe kulaba nti mu bino byonna ebigenda mu maaso, Speaker asazeewo nti nti mu communication yange ebyo sibitaddeemu, ne kiba nga embeera eri nnomo. Toyinza kubeera nnomo nga bakugambye nti nno okulembera agabbi ga Parliament. Toyinza kubeera nnomo nti Parliament mugifudde ng'amaka gammwe. Toyinza kubeera nnomo ne bw'oba nga toyogeddwako olunwe, naye ffenna tuli babaka ba Parliament. Siri Speaker, siri Commissioner, nindi mbaka wa Parliament. Kyennina kyokka ly'erinnya lyenkuumye ebbanga lyonna n'okutambula mu bantu g'omutwe gwo guli waggulu. Naye bw'olaba bino bikuteereddwako, ate Parliament neteweebwa mukisa kwetereeza. Ekyo kye kireese endeegalukya ebadde mu Parliament. Naye nga ate n'ekisembayo mwenna mukirabye. Right Honourable Speaker n'agamba nti abange nti ye mukakkane ensonga gye muleese erimu eggumba. Katumale okuleyinga zino policy statements, tuddwe tuteese ku nsonga z'obukenuzi mu Parliament. Ate olumaze ate nadduka emisinde mu ntebe ng'ate yava okululinga n'ensi yonna ng'emulaba nti mulinde tukubaganye ebirowoozo. Kati kakati bagamba nti nno atalina kyokweka atalina kyokweka wekweka ki enebeere ng'agenda eri omusawo nti mwagambye nti omutwe gunuma mwagambye omusujja gunuma nendi wano ne bakebera amaaso ne bakebera olubuto ne bakuwa clean bill of health nti tolina nsonga. But you can't run away. Speaker yeerabidde nti awo ensi yavaawo dda wetwogerera bino nga ne kooti za Uganda zikkiriza summons ne bazisavinga nga bayita ku ssimu ku mutimbagano gwa WhatsApp. Era kati tokyayinza kwekweka nti teyansavinga oli kooti yakkiriza nti kasita bakusavinga ne contract ne bagiweereza ku WhatsApp kiba kiwedde. Naye ate n'ekirala bw'oba ogambye nti nolubadde lugambo nvuuvuumo temuli makulu weeweeyo nti ndi wano tuyise auditor general atukube mu ttooki n'akakiiko kaffe aka parliament katukube mu report ne IGG byeyeetaaga byonna tubimuwadde alabo baddala bye boogera bitu awo wadde badde otandikira naye toyinza kusirika busirisi. Nsonga zino nkulu nnyo nnyo nnyo. Nedda obujulizi bwe buli njagala omu aveeyo ku abo kubanga waliwo etteeka lye bagamba libel ne defamation. Njagala ku bonna bw'owandiikibwako banoyogerwako ebigambo ebitali bituufu ebyobulimba ogenda mu kooti naye lwaki gwe bikubye yenna omuntu agutadde wansi buli gwe bikubye yenna atunudde n'ebbali. Ekyo kitegeeza nti nno bw'oba ddala omanyi nti nno bakulimbiridde lwaki tobatwala mu kooti. Naye nga n'ebyo byonna byonna tulamu institution ya parliament eri very sensitive kubanga yeetutte trillioni z'eggwanga budget yonna trillioni 45 parliament yekutte ensawo. Kati n'olwekyo ekifo ekyo kituteeka mu nkizo ate ne kitwetaagisa scrutiny eya waggulu ennyo nti bw'obanga osangiddwa nga gwe kennyini bateresezza abantu abatali beesimbu kibeera kintu kikulu nnyo nnyo nnyo. Bino byonna bye tugambye appropriation bye twogedde police statement tunaabakubamu tutya ttooki nga teffe tujjudde ekizikiza. Parliament ye first institution yeyina okuvaayo mu myaka gye mmaze wano kasita integrity ya parliament ebeera at stake omanya ne bino ebirala byonna bye mukola biba bya pa kubanga parliament yekuba ttooki mu executive yekuba ttooki mu judiciary. Kati tunajjawa obuyinza oba moral authority okugamba abalala nti no mukomyewo ensimbi z'omusolo nga teffe tulemeddwa. Nze ndowooza nti naawo bwe tunaaba tetwetereezezza awo buzindaalo tujja kuddamu tubusikaganeko ate kino kikyali kituuza tewali kugendera mu kikondoolo kino kikyali kituuza okutuusa nga tuweereddwa proper accountability institution ene ya parliament neteekebwa mu kifo kyayo nedda mu ttuluba ly'abantu abalamu. Tulina options nyingi tukyayinza n'okusalawo eddakiika eno ne tulikolinga parliament ne tuseeka emikono oba nga baze nakyogerako tuli baddembe okuraisinga substantive motion speaker ntumusavinga ne clerk tumugamba nti no tuteekateeka okuleeta ekiteeso kuno kubanga tetuyinza kuleka linnya lya parliament ne lirinyirirwa okutuuka kino tekibangawo mu byafaayo by'eggwanga lino. Twagala tuzze bujja rekodi yaffe n'ekitiibwa kyaffe nga parliament. Era ekyo mumanyi bw'anaagaana motion tuteeke ku order paper tukuwadde notice n'ennaku ezigenderako 14 tuzitaddeko oba 7 tuzikuwadde kyonna kye tunaaba tunoonyeza lumwe tunayagala okuyita tuketeeka emikono gyaffe gyonna akaseero k'emikono kagoberere kino tajja kubeera na chance yonna kwewooma nga bw'akikoze kati tayinza kukyepena alina